You're lying in bed at 1 a.m. Your partner is snoring like a diesel engine. You scroll your phone, put in earplugs, maybe move to the couch. Simple. Now imagine that same night. Minus the couch, minus the earplugs, minus the walls between you and 6 other people. You're packed into a shelter with your entire group, a fire crackling nearby, and at least 3 different people snoring at once. So how did anyone actually sleep back then? Here's the strange part. For most of human history, sleeping alone in a quiet room was never really an option. Sleep was a group activity, done in the open, surrounded by noise, cold, and other people's bodies. Tonight, you're going back to find out what that actually looked like, and why the noisiest night of your ancestors' life might have been the safest one too. The basic fact is this: ancient humans slept in tight physical clusters, not spread out in separate rooms. According to Carol Worthman, an anthropologist at Emory University who has studied sleep across dozens of traditional societies, solitary silent sleep is a relatively recent invention. For most of human history, bodies touched, fires crackled, and background noise was constant. Here's the layer most people miss. That noise wasn't a bug. Cold kills faster than a snoring uncle does, so bodies packed together for warmth, and warmth meant proximity, and proximity meant you heard everything. Breathing, shifting, the occasional grunt that could have been a person or could have been something with more teeth. Snoring, by comparison, was the least of anyone's problems. But that raises a bigger question. If the whole camp was this exposed, this loud, this vulnerable, what stopped something from just walking in and picking someone off in the dark? Now here's the part nobody talks about. You'd assume a group this loud and this deeply asleep would be an easy target. A predator's dream buffet. But that assumption turns out to be wrong. David Sampson, a sleep researcher at the University of Toronto, spent time recording the sleep patterns of the Hadza, a hunter-gatherer group in Tanzania. He wasn't just measuring how long people slept, he was tracking when across the whole camp, and the pattern he found was almost mechanical. People have different natural chronotypes. Some are wired to get sleepy early, some stay alert late, some wake at strange hours for no obvious reason. Stack a group of people with different internal clocks together, and something happens without anyone planning it. But here's where it gets strange. Across 220 hours of overnight observation, there were only about 18 total minutes where every single person in the camp was asleep at the same time. 18 minutes out of over 13,000. That's the big reveal. Nobody assigned a night watch. Nobody drew straws. Human biology did it automatically, a built-in rotating security shift made entirely of insomniacs, early risers, and light sleepers running all night, every night for free. The snorer next to you wasn't the danger. He was just background noise to whoever's shift it happened to be. If you've ever woken up at 3 a.m. for no reason, heart calm, mind oddly clear, and just lain there listening to the house, that's not a broken sleep cycle. That's the same rotating watch system your ancestors ran every single night, still quietly online inside you, with nothing left to guard. So the next campsite wasn't as defenseless as it looked. It had a night shift nobody had to schedule. Next time, we're going further back to the fire itself and what it actually did to the human brain that had